Just warmed up a blanket in the dryer. It is now cozy on my body. And yes, I know, I did look at the weather report and it does say it will be like 80-ish degrees later. But right now it is not, and right now I'm inside. And right now I'm cold. So, but yes, I'm wearing blue in honor of Nate, as his favorite color is dark blue. And I'm so ready for this video. I'm so excited. So what this is how we met. He would be here, but he's at work and he also is kind of camera shy. So I don't want to put him on the spot and make him talk in front of the camera. So this is my version and I wanted to capture me telling it. So that's what we're doing for today. So short and sweet, pretty simple story. I love telling it to people because it's kind of goofy and random. But yes, we did meet online to start, so thank you to Tinder. We tell people mutual, but it was actually Tinder. Not that Tinder's that bad, but it does kind of have a bad rep sometimes, and people have a poor taste in their mouth towards it because it's the hookup culture version of dating. That's not what happened, but that is kind of what the platform is known for, sadly. So our first date was technically like a walk. Like we just went for a walk and we talked. We got to know each other and it was just really peaceful and beautiful. We met last March of 2025 and now here it is a year later and a little over a year. We got married in that time frame. We got married this past June of 2026. And so we knew each other for like 8 months before he proposed and then we were engaged for like 7 months, I think it was, because it was March, September, November. Yeah, knew each other for 8 months before we got engaged, and then November, December, yeah, it was like 7 months. Does that make sense? So we knew each other for both of those big pivotal moments. We knew each other for a good healthy chunk of time, I think. Before I was like, I have to know the guy for a year before I say I do, before I say yes. I need to know him for a long time. But Nate was just different and we got to know each other so fast and we got comfortable very easily and it was just a beautiful good thing. And so yeah, there was that. But yes, we did meet online and a few days into us talking, he was like, first, I didn't want to believe it. I was like, there's no way. His profile says he's 6'9". There's no way, shape, or form a human cannot be that tall. Like, this guy, is he lying? Is he for real? And I was so used to dud after dud after dud. Like, I was not getting anywhere. I was actually, the week that we started talking, I was making light plans to move to Boise. I was like, okay, if this last guy doesn't work, that's it, I'm done. But I gave him a chance, and I'm so glad I did because my life has been blessed and so good, and it's because of him. So anyway, few days into us talking, he's like, yeah, I gotta get my truck to Les Schwab. I gotta get to work somehow. So he's asking for a ride without asking me. He was telling me of his predicament without asking for help. And I was just like, hey, I know we haven't even met yet and we've just barely started talking, but I can be your ride. So I legit go before work. I wake up super early because his shift is super early. He worked in construction at the time. He still does, but he's working on being a river guide. So that's a process. And I'm a pair wanting to be a teacher, so we both have our dreams at the same time. It's really cool. Anyway, we're like actively pursuing them, if that makes sense. But yes, so I meet him there. It is pitch black, kind of the tail end of winter. Like the roads were okay, but still there was snow around in some areas. And so I take him to work. But first, I'm like, okay, this guy's real. He did not lie about his height. He's legit. So he gives me a hug. He even gave me a little kiss. Just like probably to say thank you or to say hi. And it was really cute and sweet. And so then I take him to work after I pick him up at the Les Schwab. He was a trooper. He could not fit in my Corolla, where he leaves his truck. And before that, we go to McDonald's. I don't eat anything. And I told him I wasn't hungry, I was fine. I like never eat in the morning. And I like stress starve. If I'm stressed, if it's a first date, if it's something big, like a big day, like the day I got married, I did not eat a morsel of food. Okay, I had bread, bites of bread and sips of Gatorade. That doesn't count. That was all I could manage and muster that day because it was such a big day of stress and a lot going on. But when I had met Nate, by the way, I'm the only one who calls him Nate. Everyone else calls him Nathan, but he lets me call him Nate. Cute, right? Anyway, so he's eating breakfast at McDonald's and we're kind of talking, kind of sharing whatever, and I'm like half asleep still, and then I get him to work. And I was like, wow, that was actually kind of nice. So that was the most random way that was how we met, okay? But this is the best part. So I threw up the day we met. I threw up the day after bridals, like our photo shoot, and I threw up the morning before I got married. So I don't know what the pattern is, but it's all Nate's fault. It has something to do with Nate. No, just kidding. But I just don't understand, like, what is wrong with my body? Like, my mind was there and present, but I think my body just reacts to stress in a certain way, and it becomes fight or flight. Stress doesn't know what to do, so it throws up, and then I feel relieved afterwards. And every time it's like the yellow bile. Like, TMI, I'm sorry, but like, I'm not sick, I'm stressed, and there's a difference. And so after I went home, after I pick him up from Le Schwab, take him to McDonald's for breakfast, get him to work, and then go back to my place, by the time I got there, I was really, really sick. Like, first I was seeing stars, and I was like, I'm getting a migraine, and then I was like, my cheeks feel hot. When my cheeks feel hot, I feel like I gotta throw up, and I do. And so I, like, race into my apartment, go to the bathroom, throw up in the toilet, and I'm like, gotta tell my boss Danny that I can't make it to work today, because I thought I was genuinely sick, but to me it was actually stress that I didn't understand at first. And so that was how we met, and then we've had other dates since. I think my favorites have been the rodeo, simple walks together, just cuddling, just talking. He's such a good communicator. And oh, and rides on the four-wheeler, of course. Yeah, that's how we met. He made me throw up. But yeah, so there is that, and I wanted to share, wanted to encapsulate, whatever the word is, encapsulate that moment, that memory. So, can't believe I've known him for over a year, can't believe I'm his wife, and yeah, I encourage you to log and vlog your stories, whether it be journal in words or recording in voice, like however you want to do it, because preserving your life and your history and your experiences is such a beautiful, gorgeous thing to do, and you'll never regret it because you have those forever. So, alright, bye-bye!